Well, look what hopped on the workbench today. It is the Arcade Pinball Machine by Lego Icons. This is set number 11374. It contains 2,274 pieces. Retails for $229.99, and set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. Thank you, Lego. Yes, I'm just finally getting to this one. And just by first impressions, this one looks very fun indeed. I hope it functions, and I'm hoping all this stuff here is printed, not stickers. And yeah, for someone like myself who has a pinball machine, this is going to be a treat to build. And look right here, we've got some graphics on the sides, even better. Oh, it looks like it comes with a baby figure. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Well, let's take a look at the back here. All this stuff here. So it looks like it actually might function from what I'm gathering here. And yeah, I think this is going to be a fun playable model. And here we got the measurements, which is 39 centimeters or 15 inches deep by 25 centimeters tall or 10 inches tall. Yes. Lots of dust on the box because it's been sitting in my shop. And yeah, just by looking at this, this is going to be a fun one to put together. Alright, we need the handy box cutter today to open this up. And I've been getting kind of some grief about you can't open up a box with the box cutter. You know, I'm all the way across this workbench here, and it's hard to maneuver around these bigger sets. So yeah, looks like, oh, it looks like it hinges open. Okay, so we had to cut 6 pieces of tape. And yeah, this is something here. Let's see here. Oh no, we're going to take a look inside. Okay, that's a lot better. I like these boxes that hinge. And yeah, got that new Lego smell. Well, obviously we know there's 8 bags at least. Well, let's pull all these out. We're going to count all these up here and see what we have inside. And yeah, let's see. And I know someone mentioned they don't like the full unboxings. Why don't I just get to the point? This is the point. Because I got to know exactly what I'm getting myself into here. Alright, well, looks like we got 16. Let's see if we could just do 2 columns here. Let's do the lower numbers here and the higher numbers here. And the whole goal about this is to see what is involved in this set. No, I mean, you don't have to watch this whole thing. But for me, I really want to see what's involved with the set here. And we can take a look together. Okay. Yeah, it's another big, large set today, but you know what? We're going to do it. Okay, looks like that's going to be a problem. Well, let's put the 9 over here, and we'll put the 8 back here. Yeah, so far we have 16 bags. That'd be easy to divide up, huh? But I hadn't even looked at the building guide yet, which I'm kind of scared to. I'm sure there's already thousands of ambassadors who've already reviewed this. Well, I'm another one to add to the collection. So it looks like we have 16 bags in total. Not too bad at all. So, even better. And this box is not going to cooperate very well. So, yeah, I just have to deal with the poor lighting. Matter of fact, let me move the box out of the way. But you know what time it is now. It's going to be to go through that. Let's hope there's no stickers in here. Oh, let me bring this in closer so we can have the full flavor together. Uh-oh, I see stickers. Oh no, how bad is this going to be? I bet it's all big stuff. Okay, make sure I'm holding these right. Yeah, let's hope that's all there is. Oh, we know those are going to go on the wall panels. I got the building guide. Anything else lurking in there? No. So that's exactly what it is. We'll go through the building guide on the second channel, but I'm interested, does it come with the brick separator here? It should, and yes indeed it does. So here's the parts. Now I don't know if this is a collaborative build or not. Let's see here. And looks like we're going to be in for a very interesting build. Oh yeah. Oh, well, we're miles away from that. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. I think we're ready to get started. Okay, so the plan for this set is, and I did read ahead in the building guide. Well, it's very complicated. There's a lot of technique involved. So I'm going to say we're going to split it up into just 2 bags apiece would be better. So each installment will cover just 2 bags and stuff like that. So that's where the complexity is going to be. And yeah, we're going to have to do stickers. I'm not looking forward to that. But that's, I don't know, it's just, you want to talk about technique. I think my worst nightmare is going to come true is building this set. But we're going to plug away right through it. So we're going to take a look at the building guide. Let me see if I can zoom this out here and douse a little light on the subject for us. So, and I got some stories to tell today, so I'll get to that here in a bit. So, arcade games history. This is not just a game. And yeah, I'm sure, let me see. I don't want to tear this. This is a book I probably want to keep. Okay. And then here, from the Lego Icons design team. I mean, it got some nice graphics and stuff in here. Now, I was going through this and wonder if it could be a playable game. It gives you a diagram here and instructions and functions. So it looks like to me this is a playable game. So I think we're going to be in for a very fun treat here. Yeah, so when we do the actual tour, we're actually going to have to do a demonstration with this. And yeah, that's where it starts. Bag 1 with a minifigure. That doesn't look harmful. Oh, that looks really easy. I bet that's probably the easiest part of the build. I bet you anything. But before we can find out, let's go through all the legal stuff. These videos are not to be construed as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes for the final write-up, but if you find some stuff helpful, let me know. This is not my day job. This is something I do just for fun, and Lego doesn't pay me to say any of this stuff. I do it free-willingly. This is more just a hobby, so I'm not being paid, except that Lego did give me this set as a promotional offer. So that having been said, that's what it is. And finally, don't re-upload my content to other platforms. That's not cool. Just don't do it. I'm trying to lighten down the workload, not complicate it up a bit. Okay, bag number 1. Let's begin. Let's build it. Let's play pinball. Well, maybe a week or so before we get to play video games, but yeah, let's get to it. And yeah, and it does have a brick separator if you watch the unboxing portion, so that's even better. And yeah, I already went through the book. I was trying to find ways to break this set down. 2 bags per installment. If it's involved in Technic, each installment's probably going to be well over an hour. Just fair warning here. And we got things falling on me. Well, before this we did a friendly friend set, so it was very easy. Now we got to do the hard stuff. And yeah, we got the Spaceman. That's probably the easiest part out of this whole build. I kid you not. So if you're looking for a light blue or more, known as a light royal blue spaceman, this is where he's found at, with the oxygen tanks and all sorts of stuff. So you're going to have to spend a whopping $130 or $230 for this. I can't wait to see how well this one comes along here. Yeah, I would have been doing this a few hours ago, and today is the 25th of July 2026. I would have done this a few hours ago, but I ran into some issues. We'll get into in a little bit. But there's our spaceman. We've seen these in various colors. Well, I have him in light blue. I don't collect spacemen all that much, but they're cool. And that's the easy part right there. Because now, oh yeah, let's get going on that. Let's do it. So that's, oh, it's gonna get complicated, trust me. You think, oh Jay, that's not too bad. You know, you could survive that. Making sure I'm recording here. I don't know, dude, I got a long ways to go. We're not even done yet. Okay, step one, or, you know, what is it, sub-step one? No, it's just step one. Well, I mean, it doesn't seem all that bad, right? So I'm going to just do 2 bags, but I'm going to time myself. But I think 2 bags would be better, and I can keep them in smaller installments and upload them as necessary. But what I'm planning on doing is maybe between every 4 installments, I'm just going to do a regular Lego set in between, just so I can break up the monopolist of just filming nothing but big sets. It was either this or a creator set, and I thought, well, let's do this one first and get going on it here. Yeah, so I would have been doing this earlier, except there was a fight over fast food again. So this time, instead of coming back here rushing and start filming, I did you guys and gals a favor and spared you the drama. So now it's like, basically more or less, go down and get us a burger. I said, no, but I'll put some on the grill. I started a fight. I said, okay, get the meat out. Okay, I'm going to put burgers on the grill. Who wants one? Crickets. Okay, they just made me 2 burgers and a corn on the cob, and that was it. Nobody else wanted anything. So yeah, I spared you all the drama there. I thought, oh my goodness. Now somebody's going to ask, do I have a Donkey Kong? Yes, we'll go over that too. My goal is I'm doing big set, small set, big set, small set. I'm doing them in that arrangement. So in this type of build here, we're going to just take our time through this. We're going to take our time, 15 studs, and we're just going to enjoy this build. Basically, we're using a toy to build a video game. Okay, so I'm just going to relax tonight and get this done. I just got out of the shower too, so I'm ready to go. Okay, now it looks like we're building some sort of a sub-step. It might be the button mechanisms. I'm not sure. If there's a mirror here, looks like they're mirrored. Let's build mirrors then. So we're going to build the buttons, making sure the door is closed. You know, yeah. I think in the Friends, we did the Friends set. What did I do last time? I did the Friends, the glamping cabin, which wasn't too bad. It was a really fun build. So I'm hoping this one is equally or better fun. Now, these sets all start off at 10s. They have perfect scores, and I chip away as I go. So for those who are not used to that, that's how I do it. All right. So basically, this is something I was kind of on the fence about when Lego was sending them out, and I thought, I don't know, but But when you saw me do the first impressions, it looked pretty interesting. So kind of glad now I never told them no on this set. And I thought, well, I mean, if I told them no, they wouldn't have mattered. They would have just ignored me anyways. But, but I don't know. Still trying to cool down from today, though. I was outside working in the pool, trying to scrape the scum off the tiles. So I was doing that. That wasn't very fun. So I don't know how long that's going to be. So yeah, this is going to take a little longer than the Pikachu. But I think we're going to have a lot of fun here with this. And this is obviously going to be a solo build. But I can't wait to see how this thing's going to function. I have a pinball machine back from the 70s that's older than I am. I restored it. And I want to see if it's like the same as this. I'm assuming that this thing here is probably all mechanical. I don't think there's going to be power functions in here. We would have saw it on the box. I don't know if anybody's on Discord. Not yet. Discord's free. You can always join it. I think I have the links in the description, so you're more than welcome to join our Discord chat. You know, you don't have to be a member to get on there. It's all free. I'm not that kind of person. I believe that just talking to me it should be open to everybody. So, okay, so these are both just clones. Lime green stud flower. So something like this, I'll probably part out eventually, but we're going to play around with it first. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with this booger here. Yeah, my hands are still tired. I was using a razor blade trying to scrape off the thick soap scum or the hard water, the calcium buildup on the tiles in the pool. So I've been trying to clean that up, and that stuff can get pretty caked on there, so I've been trying to get that off. I have to do it every few years. I'm trying to think of better ways to do it so I'm not always out there scraping them off. I wasn't in the mood, but everybody else wanted to get in the pool, and I had to be there to supervise, so that was that. Okay. Yeah, so basically that's my day for Saturday. It's just sitting back and doing chores. You're an adult, you got chores to do. It doesn't matter, you can't hide from them. And if you're taking care of your parents, it's a lot of work. Alright, so that goes like this. So now we got a mirror here, and then this one here goes how? Where? Like that? Oh, like that. And that means that this guy goes here. Let's hope I did not mess up and put that in there too thin. We'll take a look here. Okay, we got to build the second one over here now. And I'm checking my work, and it's pretty much the same exact thing. You don't have to do that if you don't feel comfortable. So step 24 we're already done, so now step 25 we're back to working on the regular thing here. Now if I can get another couple of bags in here, that's fine, but I've already spent like 5-6 minutes unboxing. So really kind of want to make sure I don't burn myself out of this set here. I'm sure if you put power functions with this, or use the Mindstorm's programmable block, or you could even use those Smart Play bricks, I'm sure you can make this thing function here. Okay, flip that over. We're just about done with this step here. So let's get going on this. I mean, this set here should be pretty fun to put together. I mean, how often do we ever get to build video games? games. I'm working on my own version of a video game, and it's going to take some time. Well, maybe not a video game, just a game, but depends on how you look at it. But we're using a toy to build a toy. Like I've mentioned in several videos and installments, this is not Lego that I grew up with by any means necessary. So it doesn't look like we've done anything yet, huh? Jay, it doesn't look like anything. Oh, no, it's not. Maybe we're building a spaceship. We don't know. And it looks like that is it for bag 1. And I think, yeah, we'll keep it at 2 bags per installment, and that's what we have remaining there. Okay, well, let's see how bad bag 2 is, and it feels very heavy. And I want to thank everyone on my main channel and Patreon for being contributors. It's always a big help. It helps me live my dreams. Plus, this is all getting to be more fan-funded than anything else, which is even better. And, in addition to that, thank you everyone for taking the time to check out my Remarkable profile, ask questions, ask if I have building guides. Uh-oh, looks like we're going to be here for a while. And, you like the way I do this channel, or like the complete build installments, feel free to subscribe. It's always free. I'm not going anywhere. And if you like what I'm doing, yeah, turn on notifications. And if you're like, Jay, I don't know, I can't stand this anymore. You talk too much. Can't stand to look at your hairy arms. I'll understand. I'm not a perfect fit for everybody. But yeah, but today we're going to be focusing on the, I don't know, we're focusing on bag 2 now. And it looks like we're building this right here. Okay. Okay, well, let's get going on here. So I was thinking about maybe 2 or 3 bags. I'm thinking 2 bags is more than enough, because it's going to get complicated. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see here. You know, if it wasn't so much of a challenge to get my avatar in videos, I wouldn't mind. You know what I did? I used the wrong memory card. So I'm going to have to split this thing here. Now, am I going to be building 2 of these? I'm going to take a look here and see. I mean, the best way to do it, it looks like we are. But I don't know if they're going to be total mirrors yet. Because what I'm looking here, it looks like they are. Okay, let's just do mirrors real quick on this here. And some of you are going to shake your head saying, oh, Jay, please don't. You're going to confuse me. Oh, we're going to get the confusion out of here. Because I really don't want to spend like 2 weeks on building this. I got a whole truckload of sets. This is the biggest set I have right now that I have to do still. So I'm trying to keep all these, keep the tutorial, oh, not the tutorials, who am I kidding? Keeping the reviews down as much time as I can, so I can just do that. And yeah, so we're just going to take our time today and build. So this one here I'm building, let's just do it like this here. Okay, so now I can make more sense out of this. And it's only going to get bigger too, so I'll have to do them like this. But this is the one here I'm focusing on. Let's see here. Yeah, how often do we see 1x8 green bricks? I remember having a whole bunch of these when I was a kid for castles and stuff, because I was into the castle stuff. Not anymore, but... So what are you going to do after this, Jay? After I get done with 2 bags, I'm probably going to do another 2 bags, and then do something else. We don't need that. Okay. Yeah, in a week I got to get the hair cut, so I can't wait to get that cut off. Because it is getting in my way, especially when I'm swimming too. Try it when you're surfing, although it works really good to keep your neck from getting sunburned. That's why a lot of the surfer dudes have the long hair. and stuff like that. It looks like we're just building two of the same here. Yeah, it's pretty cluttered up here right now. But we're going to see how far we get tonight on this. This is, matter of fact, an evening build. It's after 8 o'clock, so not quite a bedside build. Bedside builds usually happen after 10 or so o'clock, 10 or 11. Depends on my mood. And nobody's on Discord, and I may just do bags 3 and 4. We'll see here. And what I forgot to do, let's put these in here. Let me make sure. I think I may have forgot some stuff. Oh yeah, okay, step 33 is the one that has those. Okay, but this is the one I got to remember is out of the book that I'm following now. Okay. I got 4 minutes left on this card. Whoops, I forgot to change them out. Well, you know what I'll be doing after this. Okay. Step 35 is a palisade brick and some regular bricks. Oh, 6s or 8s. Yeah, so, you know, it's one good thing to do now when I get into drama around here. I'm just going to let myself cool down, not get into a filming frenzy. And what I did was I edited videos. I'm still editing the Pikachu. So I got some of that, and I got the review done. Just got to proof my review notes and get going on that too. Yeah, we're getting bigger, huh? And after we do that, you know, I forgot to do step 36. Whoopsie, my bad. I knew I forgot something. Let's go and do that real quick here. All right. Yeah, I got to think of something to do to watch, like cartoon-wise or anime. I'm still looking to getting manga. I just got to think of what I'm interested in. There's like so many options. I was thinking, there's a few I want to get. Do I want to get the whole box set, or do I want to buy one at a time? And I'm only going to be saving pennies. So why don't I just buy just 1 or 2 books at a time? And if I get into the story, then I'm not really throwing away a whole bunch on a box set. That's what I'm thinking of here. Seeing where I can go here. I got 2 minutes. Yeah, let me switch cards real quick. Okay, now let's get on. We got a sub-step we got to do. But back to the manga stuff, though. I'm thinking of just getting something I've already watched before. I may just snag a copy of Rent a Girlfriend and read that. Maybe make a cover over it so no one knows what I'm reading. Oh man, read one of those romantic comedy ones. If you ever get a chance, watch it. It's funny. Us guys usually get nervous asking girls out because we know we'll get rejected. That's how it is. But thankfully, there's no rental things, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay. All right, and when we need some of these, how often do we see 2x3 bricks, let alone in black? Okay, and after that, we got to plate the top of this off here. Yeah, I've been timing myself on this. It's not too bad. I think the best thing to do is to, since I already got the unboxing, oh, that doesn't go there. It's just to keep these as short as I can. Okay. And we got a bunch of parts. These stickers are just kind of tasteless. Yeah, I was hoping this stuff would be printed, but oh, what can you do? What can you do? You just have to deal with it. So in this installment, we're really not doing a whole lot. But I know I know because there's been some that have been requesting about this set, and I said, well, we're going to get to it. I already got it. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it all the way through. No cheating, no speed builds. We're just going to sit down and we're going to build the whole thing. Not in one sitting, because I'll go nuts if I did that. Okay. Alright, I'm sure there's going to be white parts that go on the top of that. No, not yet. We're not done yet. We still got a whole workbench full of parts here. The only way I will not do mirrors if they're in separate bags. Okay, so this goes here. And then this goes right here. Ready to get me one of those little hair things to put in my hair so I can keep it out of my face. It grows like a weed real fast. Like I said, a lot of my buddies are bald, and man, I wish I can fight with my hair like that. I'm thinking, yeah, but after a while it gets to be a pain. Okay, let me scoot all these over here. All right. Okay, can you see all that? No, you can't. Hey, at least it's not a tower build. We're not building a tower. All right, then after that, all right, so we're still working on step 44. Yeah, so now when I'm dealing with drama, I'm just going to do this. Just kind of take a breather and come back to it later. Okay, so after that, now we put big stuff on the top. No, we haven't even got to the hard stuff yet. Now just imagine we're going to have to do Technic. I literally kid you not, folks. If you hate Technic like I do, oh, yeah, it's going to be a nightmare. So we will be living it's like living a dream, except we'll be living it'd be a real life nightmare. We will be living it. But we're going to survive. I want to see this thing work when we're done. Okay. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm not a professional. I just do this for fun. So. Yeah, so we're building the whole entire pinball machine pretty much from instructions. But you know what, though? This could be a good basis to make your own designs. Make your own maze and stuff, your own obstacle course. I noticed some of my blue pieces are starting to turn like a dingy blue, like a greenish blue. Yeah, unfortunately. I don't know if that brightening stuff would help on this. Okay, don't forget that there. So yeah, in this installment here, we're not doing a whole lot. But it's going to get worse. I kid you not, folks. It's going to get worse. Okay. I'm not going to say worse in a bad way. It's just going to get involved. All right. Now we need to take this piece on the top here. If you were building that multi like I was, this goes like that. Okay. And then this is going to go. Alrighty. How does that go together? Oh, it snaps there. Alright, like that. I think. Okay, yeah. And that means, you know what I'm going to have to do on the other side? The same thing. Okay. All right. But oh, no, no, no. We got more to do. We have more to do. And this goes here to lock this together. So now we're starting to get to the interlocking part. And then step 50 does the same, the other side, which looks to be a mirror here, and I'm checking my work. Okay, I'm going to check it all through here. And yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, I'm checking out, I'm looking out for you folks today. But we have some 2x3s left. Where did those come? Where did we? Oh, I see where they go. They go at the very. Okay, so step. Don't forget step 71 because that's the last two pieces, and these go right here. Okay, and that's it. That's it for the build. I think we've been here for like 30-40 minutes or so. I don't want to make these an hour, 20-minute long episodes because the next one we're going to have to start doing is, let's see what the next bag here offers. Because if I could squeeze it in, I'll do it. But it looks like it's more brick stuff. And yeah, let's kind of wrap it up here for the day. It does the back part of the table. You know what? I may be inclined to do that. I don't have bag 3 back here. But then I can wrap up this base here. There's still more to it. Let me go ahead and do bag 3. Let's do that real quick. And there's no pieces remaining, by the way. Okay, and we're just going to wrap it with bag 3 now. Okay, so we're not wrapping it with bag 2, we're wrapping it with bag 3. Now I'm going to set this thing. It's falling apart, Lego. No, now I got to figure where that went now. I'm just trying to make some space up here. This is not a set that you can easily move because they got like some rubber feet at the bottom. Okay, how did that go back in? Trying to move this thing and it was... There we go. Trying to... Am I going to ding it off? No, I just need to lean this up against the wall here. Just trying to move that. They got some rubber legs at the bottom, which is going to make it tough. Okay. Making sure there was no drama so I can do this here. It shouldn't take no more than 15 minutes to do this bag here. And then we can get a good, even, clean slate. I may have to break it down into sections because the next thing after this bag would be the playing field. And I mean, there's no need to split it like that. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be working on that right there. Okay. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Let's get going here. Let's do it. Are you going to keep this one, Jay, or are you going to part it out? I don't know yet. I'm going to play with it, but I'll probably end up parting this one out because I can't keep them all. I just don't have the space to keep every Lego set. And I don't want to be like those guys that have the full entire Lego room full of sets that the ambassador thing has sent me. Because that's like throwing a ringer in a fight. So for me, I'm more interested in my own builds, which I got to get on a tutorial for this week. So if you're on my memberships, I'm trying to squeeze one out for you. It's a good one. It's a really good tutorial. Boy, that's really a different type of white. You can even tell on the camera. Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of relaxing, but you know, after a long week, I just want to really do not much of anything. It's been like in the hundreds. I noticed though, with the drama, it's always followed by the heat, and usually people are angry around here after they wake up from their naps. So I try to avoid it as much as I can. When I get up from a nap, I'm just really kind of just out of it, but I'm not angry at anybody. I'm like, I'm trying to wake up. It's like, okay, just give me a moment here. Let me wake up real quick. And of course, some don't do that. And yeah, so I just, you know, I'm just trying to manage here. You know what? My bunch don't like doing much of anything. That's fine. At least I'm back here doing something other than watching television. I've been seeing a lot of these lately. I may have to start hoarding those. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'm trying to get this set done here. Maybe we can get it done in 6 bags. I don't know. So now I'm doing 3, so that means one, we're going to have to split it. I don't think the tour and the review are going to take no more than maybe 15 minutes. So this is probably one here that I'm going to have to probably do close-up shots on. Maybe, I don't know. I could just do B-roll footage while I'm talking, just point at certain sides and just insert them with the hand cam. I was thinking about trying to do B-roll footage. I don't want to spend like hours on reviewing a set, but something like this is probably one of those sets where you want to go in as much detail as you can because it's something different. It's not the same old thing. And then we need to flip it over like that. But he's on Discord. Oh no! That's sad. I'm connected online, so it shouldn't be an issue. Okay, we got to make 2 of these brackets here. Yeah, I'm going to say so far the build, it's not that bad. I just think we're going to be involved here. It's going to be involved. Hey, at least I spared you guys the drama, but we're going to be doing drama with the Technic. So I'm going to save my drama stories for the Technic. And yes, just to forewarn you, there will be a... I'm hoping to keep the language down to a roar here because I don't want to say some bad words when it comes to Technic. And it gets to be pretty intense. That's how Technic goes. And then gotta do it like this. Those barbecue burgers were pretty good today. My family don't like barbecue all that much. Yes, it was hot outside, but I'd rather be in the grill instead of waiting for some soggy burger. And then after that, we got to put some palisade bricks in there. Get those put in there. I didn't think of the word palisades, I always think of that fire. And that takes care of this section here. Not too bad. Okay, now it looks like we're building the angle things. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a mirror or not. Let's take a look here. There is. Okay, so they're mirrors. Let's do that. Okay, not that hard, right? This is the one closest that I'm working from. I'm starting from step 87. And I'm blasting through this one. This is the one I really... This is one of the few sets that LEGO sent me I was iffy on, but I'm glad I got it. Somebody asked me if I had the one-piece sets. Yes, and I do not want to do those. They just do not look appealing to me. I told LEGO, no, do not send them, please. It's just give those to an ambassador who will enjoy doing them. Well, they're here, so you know what I'll be doing, and it's not something I want to do. So I'm going to have to do them. That's just how it is. And yes, I have to do sets, even if I don't want to do them. If they're here, they're here. It's like, okay. You know, if this is just a hobby, the paid promotional stuff is not. So I have to get it done in a timely manner. You know. But this is one of the sets I'm like, if they send it to me, I'll be happy. If not, they don't. But they sent it to me, so I'm happy. Jay, you're actually happy about a set? Well, this one here I don't know yet. We haven't got to the technique yet to be dissatisfied with it, but I don't grade on the complexity of a build. If the instructions are really well laid out, any build's easy. And what's with all the stud flowers? Is this a green machine? Is that what it is? Is it extra green? We don't know. And then now we got to put tiles and slopes. I'll start planting things in. Trying to find those 1x4 flat tiles, but I don't see them yet. Oh, I see one. So you got to do this here. I'm going to say so far the instructions are broken down pretty easy. So you're not going to have any issues here. If I can put this together so far, I know you can too. And I don't know what the age range of the set is. I have it packed away. And get a grip. Rubber elements on the feet help your pinball machine stay in place so you can just play for hours. Well, I don't know about that. But this... Hold on, I think we're missing... Oh, I'm missing something. Okay, I forgot one item. We forgot step 94. I was getting ready to put those on there. Alright, so we'll put it like that here. Okay, so I almost forgot some. And now we're going to have to do that dreaded Technic stuff again. So the rubber feet. It's like, where were they mentioning it? I didn't see anything about that in the book. Well, they're here. We're going to have to do the feet. These are just clones, so we don't care if they're mirrored or not. Okay. Well, I got to find the feet first. Put the feet in here. And I got to go find out what's going on outside here in a few minutes. I know somebody was having a karaoke party or something like that, and you heard somebody sing, and you're like, you may want to take some singing lessons, but I'm no person to talk, because some people have said, you sound good, but I don't think I sound good. Oh, you should be in a boy band. No, that's not going to happen. Not me. No way I would ever do that. I may as well just wear a dress and become Rem for a day. Be a maid. Rem from ReZero. She's the only one I wear a dress for. Okay. Get off my bench hair. Don't wait. I can't wait to get the stuff cut off. I don't have to see that. Yeah, thing's rubbing up against the wall, but I have nowhere to put it. Okay. Trying to get in there and pinch that in there. Okay. Okay, so we're working on this guy here. Let's take this. Alright. And this goes here. Well, I don't know about that. But it's even in the back. But we're not done yet, so I don't think I can judge it just yet. And that one goes there. And then we build the other one here in step 96. Loop-de-loop-de-loop. We build the same thing. Okay, done. Put it in. Okay. So it looks good. It looks just like the book. Step 105. Now we got to fortify the joints. We're getting there. Oh, no, Jay. Yep. Let's see here. Okay, we got regular tiles. Okay, let's start with these. They go here. And then, yeah, I'm tired of hearing the rubbing noise, but once I get the main thing, then we're going to have to set it off. I'll put it over here on the other side of me. But I want to kind of build this part here first. Oh, I'm way off video here. I'm sorry. Basically, I just put these here. That's why I can't guarantee this tutorial. So sometimes I'll get wrapped up in the build and I'm not even paying attention. Sometimes I'm just in it. Hey, it's better than being like, okay, this is boring. I'm not in the mood to build it. No, this one, I'm in the mood to build this one. Okay, so on this side now, we're going to do both sides at the same time. They want our slopes in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one here right now. See how that lined up? So I guess we're fine now. And then they want, let's just leave it like this here. Kind of confusing everybody. All right. And then we'll do this side here. I mean, it's just plates. Obviously, this is the back part of the machine. I mean, they got down to the legs and everything. So going through the book doesn't seem all that complicated, but I think the biggest thing here is going to be the Technic. Jay, you're with that pesky Technic again. Maybe you're addicted to it. I don't know. And step 111 tells you to do this side here, which we just did. Okay. And then now we got to install the back here. Okay, I gotta ding this thing down to a 9.5. This thing is so brittle moving around, like it's just flaking. And yeah, I will start dinging points off now because I shouldn't have to rebuild it. All right. I think once you start fortifying the build, it shouldn't be all that bad. Now it wants us to attach this on the back. I think what makes it tough is there's rubber legs on the bottom. All right, so the smooth side goes in here. Let me do this here. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to build this on this workbench. It barely has enough room there. So it goes like that. Let's see here. Let's not roughhouse with it. I'm sure the extra plates fill that in. And that's what they're for. Okay. We'll put this one here. This should now really start strengthening up. Once we get the playing field in there, it should really get snug. So right now we're at a 9.5 on it, but I'm still. Is that how it's supposed to be? Huh? Oh, this piece here's off. Okay, where's the brick separator? Well, I made a mistake in this one. Someone's probably going, Jay, you confused me. I'm sorry. Hey, but I caught it now. The build told on itself. Okay. Right there. And then we got to put this piece in here. Now it fits. Now it fits. And then let's put our tiles in here. And this pretty much takes care of the base or the frame. And the playing field is going to be the very interesting hard part for me. And we have one little plate with 3.2 shaft remaining here for the build. Alright, summation of thoughts. Well, we got a playfield angle should be steep enough to let the ball roll down in an acrylic way and still reach the optimus point. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. And yeah, summation of thoughts. Let me back this up here so you can see it better. Well, I don't know how I'm going to take a picture of this. I think when I do this, I'm probably going to do it on something bigger. Summation of Thoughts it's not a bad build so far if you're interested in making pinball machines or into vintage gaming. Here you are. But look right here. Boy, and that's going to spell trouble right there, huh? We're going to have to do the flippers and stuff. We didn't put any stickers on it yet. We've done 3 bags. That's not too bad. It's just like the Pikachu. But this one here just seems a bit more interesting, I think. And we got our Spaceman here. Maybe we'll have him sit on this. Or not. I'll have to have him stand somewhere. But as you can tell, though, we're not ready to play some pinball yet. Can't do anything here. How am I going to play this when I do the video? I'll probably just have to stand over the camera and just do this because this camera's so big. Or just do a down shot on it. But it's an interesting build. And if you're looking for something very complicated, well, that's yet to come, so stay tuned for that.